All right, so something that really is going to need to be improved this week is onboarding clients and having a good system in place for that. Moses is saying that's baby food. Right now, we just don't have a great process for onboarding clients because it's pretty rare to take on a client because it's very high ticket offer, very luxury boutique agency for very large businesses. I think if we had a really good dialed in system, we knew how to onboard them, we knew everything that was needed, just a plug and play, and then we had an exact plug and play system that we could uniquely tailor for each client that we take on. It would be a lot easier to scale and take on multiple clients per month, especially because at the end of this month, I think there's a chance we could take on 10 clients. I guarantee you I'll have 10 plus leads to take on clients. It's, do we have the capacity? Do I close? Are they great fits? And that's always going to be the question. We just closed a client on Thursday. Tuesday, we'll have that person onboarded. We'll have everything fucking dialed in. Then it's how quickly can we show them results, get the fucking systems and processes in place to where everything's running very smoothly. I'm hoping it's by like day 6. Moses will tell us how to do it now.
I need to show you process. I already have a process on onboarding clients. I already have one. All we need to do is just go more in depth for the SOPs for exactly as to what we need. Like for example, what exactly goes into creating the scripts? What exactly goes into actually making the AIs? That's stuff we need for an overview. We already have that. That's just baby food. Like I already knocked that shit out, twin. Now another thing is results. That's the thing we need to work on. That's something we're struggling with, twin. But Josh can tell you more about this.
What we really need to do is if you're going to onboard a client, you have to show them results pretty quickly. And if it's a super high ticket offer, we do it 100% done for you service, complete turnkey, all organic media, all back end funnels to converting into whatever product or service they have. So that first comes into how are we going to 100x the amount of organic views that they're doing. We can do that. And then how do we convert those into customers? How do we have a good webinar launch? How do we convert in the webinar? How do we find people that are good on camera? There's just a multitude of things that go into it. The more layers and the more complexities that you have in business, you have a lot higher upside. If it's hard, less people can do it. It's going to be a huge, bigger edge for you, but it also leads to complexities. But I also just think that's the process of having an agency. It's going to be the 80-20 rule where 20% of your clients have the best results. It's just for everything in business. What we really need to do is identify the 20% of clients as quickly as possible and cut the slack. Right now, I have the reputation of only working with the absolute top tier clients because any client we take on gets exceptional results. There are going to be a time when we take on a client and one, they're not going to be good, they're not going to be a good fit, they're not going to be able to do the things that we need them to do, which will lead to poor results, which means we'll have to cut them. But that's only at scale. Honestly, just continuously provide a higher quality, better service for every single one of our clients. That's just what we're going to do. It's honestly easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So it's their last day in Colombia. Kayla, how was your trip? What was your favorite part? It was alfajores. Alfajores are these little cookies that have caramel in the middle that have some coconut powder. That's a picture of a real alfajore that we were dipping into beautiful cappuccino. We did our fair share of damage on those bad boys. Now it's good time for Kayla to go back to work. She's gonna be scaling her business, getting clients up next week. We'll be fucking trying to scale hardcore. We have a ton of shit to do by Thursday. We're cooked right now, if I'm gonna be honest. I always have a promise of over-promising results for clients because I'm an optimist. I always think everything's gonna go great, but then I'll tell clients, oh yeah, dude, we're gonna sell $100,000 this week for sure, for sure. The problem is if you sell $25,000, that's shit because you said you were gonna sell 100,000. Whereas if you say you were gonna get 10,000, then get 25,000, then the clients are like, holy shit, these guys are great. It's all about perspective. And so I need to do a better job at having a lower target perspective for these clients. I just am an over-promiser because I wanna over-deliver. Justin, final day in Colombia.
Moses did a good job at getting us some ladies when we would go out.
The chick he was on though.
But our friends, they're alright, especially last night.
She would get it up though, twin. She would get it up.
She would get it up. But other than that, yeah, Colombia's been great. My favorite part, I would say, is either between going out that night to Tulum with Sarah or the ATV. It's a bit different, but
Next time they come, we'll take them to Guadalupe, to Jardín. We'll get shit fucking dialed in. To Mamba Negra.